Mount Kenya is now in the grip of what we are calling the Ruto succession. Ruto is only 1 year in the office, and we have started talking about his succession. We are coming from deep politics of the Uhuru succession, where the Ruto group and the Uhuru group were on each other's neck. The one who suffered is the ordinary person because there was no development that took place. There is no peace that was there. There was no unity. We emerged from this election very weak. And therefore, this succession politics is going to deepen the impoverishment of our region. Our people are going to be poorer. Our people are going to be impoverished. Our people are going to be destitute. For that reason, I would call upon all the politicians to stop this politics of succession. We are not God. Who told you that you'll be there in 2032? Who told you? You are not God. Forget about that. Care for those who are living now. Those who can, 40% of Mount Kenya people who cannot take their children to high school because they cannot afford it. We are not worried about that. We are worried now about you and your wife and the position you'll be holding those years instead of worrying about today. Worry about the milk that we need to produce more so that we can educate our families and can, maintain our families. My concern is that the region of Mount Kenya is disunited. We need to have more unity. We need to think about the vehicle that we are going to have to carry us beyond. This is the time to mobilize our people, not for the purpose of politics, but for the purpose of development. Go to the churches, talk about development. Go to the marketplace, talk about development. Go to every other corner of our land talking about development. Don't tell us about your family, about yourself, and where you want to be in 2037, and the chopper and the plane you want to fly that time. We want to hear about the ordinary people and how we are going to deal with their problems. We don't want to hear about 10,000 people in Murang'a who have degrees. Some families have 3 holders of degrees at home, and they have no jobs. Instead of talking about how we are going to get these people employed, here or abroad, we are now talking about succession politics, how you are going to succeed Ruto. And Ruto is not elected in 2027. We'll have to decide whether he's going to come back or not. And if it is us to decide, stop talking. Tell us what you are doing for us in terms of development. And because this politics is deep and fiery in Murang'a, I would ask Murang'a leaders, the Nyoro, Nyoto, Mureu, and others, please spare us. Don't laugh at us. Our children did not go to school because we have no school fees. Many of our children are still at home. They have no jobs. They have 2 degrees. Others have even 3. They have no jobs. Spare us, laughing at us. We know you have money, but care about us, those who come from ordinary families. And Murang'a is topping in terms of kids who are not getting jobs out there. So, succession politics should be over. Development politics should take over. I have said again and again, Uhuru failed us by not appointing a kingpin to negotiate with Ruto. So we went into the Ruto government, not a shared government the way they were with Uhuru. So our bargaining power is very weak. That is true. We are in UDA, yes, but UDA is not our vehicle. I know we can negotiate and have whatever, but now if you empower Gachagua, for example, and you support him, and you tell him to be bold and to speak for us, he can do something. But if we start getting divided, there is nothing we are going to do. So, for me, the most important thing is unity of our people. The unity of our people is very, very important. How we unite and decide our future. I have a lot of faith in the people of Mount Kenya, because when they decide as a people, as one people. Therefore, come 2027, we will take stock of what has been done for us. If nothing will have been done for us, I can say certainly that we will vote in our interest. We are not going to vote in anybody else's interest. And our interest is where our children are. Our interest is where our homes are. Our interest is where our students, our ordinary people, the boda people, the mama boga, that is where the interest of Mount Kenya is. Our interest is in our ability to go to hospital and get treated. Our interest is to get our children to school and educate them. That's our interest. If those will not be taken care of, I can swear that the Mount Kenya people will make a decision that will be in their interest, not in the interest of those who are calling for succession.